jumping in then. So yes, we killed a dragon. It was a sick dragon. Well, it wasn't sick. It was weak. It had nothing left to live for because it had all its kids, or the eggs, broken up. Then we were moving on to an old mine, because that was another nest of monsters, wasn't it? Oh, and we had a map we were trying to decipher still. I think that's everything I can recall specifically from last week. And yeah, we've got a bunch of necrophages here. It looks like an owl ghoul, in fact. Right. Should we... Well, first and foremost, let's have a look at the map. Where are we in relation to everything? So... Obviously, ultimate goal is to get up here. So we've got to go all the way through here. Through this... I reckon this big mine here is going to be where there's another big nest of monsters. It is a main quest line. Then we go up through the ravine, up to the mountain gate, and then presumably the main city of Mahakam. Have we missed anything out? I don't think so. But we did have this map we've got to keep an eye out for. So it's a mine in the side of a mountain, there's a train track, and there's a hut with a fur next to it. So we've got to keep an eye out for that. Right, let's go attack these monsters. And of course, talking about monsters, Geralt will be joining Monster Hunter, won't he?
Neve arrived expecting misty ravines, decrepit trees bound in spiders' webs, and swarms of bats. What she saw was a warmly gurgling stream and the valley's gentle slopes blanketed in crocus blooms. Only a village of abandoned, ruined huts and a cemetery stretching to the horizon behind it attested to the valley's grim past.
So many bodies.
Shrouded in a guise. Be not deceived,
said the Queen.
Reynard, some men to search the environs for any sign of life.
The blood-curdling roar that came from the ruins a moment later proved the Queen's caution warranted beyond any doubt.
Right, we know it's necrophages of some sort. If not for the aid of the Lyrian army, the dwarven settlers would likely have soon perished, shredded by wretched beasts hidden amongst the ruins. With the help of Meve and her men, they stood a chance of surviving, however small. The infamous Black Brook Vale did indeed seem to be cursed. Hauntings are more common than you think. What was the haunting mechanic? We get marked, and then we do excessive damage. Well, they do excessive damage to us in like 2 turns' time or something. Shortened battle. It's not a specialized deck. So we... but it's special rules. So we may get to use our cards. No, it is... No, we can use our cards. Right, okay. So this was draw units and set their power to 1. Well, let's get rid of Gascon. Ike here might be useful. Drawing blitz cards. Draw a copy. Yes, we will keep that on hand because that might come in handy here. Right, let's see what we can get out of this slot.
Protect the settlers.
When an enemy plays a card with an even power, boost a random ally by 3. If odd, damage a random enemy by 2. Okay, so we want to get this guy down kind of quickly. So whenever Maeve plays a card with even power, boost an ally by 3. So we probably want to avoid even cards and go for odds. We'd rather take the damage than boost up the other guys. So, would this be classed as playing a card? No, it's not classed as playing a card, so getting this out actually gives us a head start.
Watch your heads!
No, I don't get the advantage of the sapper, unfortunately. I'm going to draw some blitz cards. The war wagon works.
Can't take it anymore.
Okay, well this is going on the back row then.
Kind fiddles. Hungry like a wolf I am.
Part of me thinks we... Oh no, it's a short battle, so I can't pass. So we've got to try and get as much damage as possible. This could work. We could do a significant amount to that guy and certainly kill that one. Every turn on turn end boosts south by 1 if impenetrable fog is on battlefield. When this unit's power surpasses 6, spawn a foglet. Okay, well, we can do... How many cards can we stack on a row? It's 9, isn't it? I think.
Arbalist at your command.
And we might as well take the swing at this guy. And we leave it at that. What can you do? Now we've killed your big bad. We're going to start spawning impenetrable fog. Okay, this is where we should really do this.
Sod it. Sod it all.
Okay, do I want the damage, or do I want to... You know what, I'm going to play this one. 2 for the price of 1. And what do you do? On turn, every turn on turn start, summon a Necker from your deck and boost south by 1. Okay. We're going to want to go after him. I could play this and then play the Arbalist next turn. And then we could get the benefit of the loyalty. Or I could play this and just nuke them down again with a lightning bolt. What do we think? That's going to be 8 points of damage, which isn't going to be enough. So I'm going to need a card on this side anyway.
What's a helmet if not a pot turned over?
Let's electrocute. Hey, Mellish! How are we today? Okay, what the hell are you doing? Choose a bronze ally on the battlefield or in hand. And spawn 3 copies of it in your deck. Well, you're kind of useless turning up at this time. We're gonna go.
I'm a monster.
That's only on spawn, isn't it? Yeah. Let's. Well, we should guarantee taking one of these guys out. Because we can do the 9 points of damage. I'm not too bad. I'd say I'm pepped up and ready for the weekend, but then again, I'm not going to be doing much different at the weekend than I normally do, so. What about yourself? Any plans? Okay, you're just going to spawn nothing but neckers. This could become an issue. Thankfully, though, I can take a swing at these. Also, oh no, because I never actually played him. Okay. I'm gonna actually pull back the strays. I can actually get a fireball out then, can't I? So many bloody neckers.
Catch!
You're going to be sleeping. That sounds like a good plan. They're all getting stronger. Okay, these guys do damage to their friends. And Ike is just getting stronger and stronger now. Yeah, he's only going to do 3 points, though, unfortunately, to his friends. What can I do? What can I do? Let's put you out here.
At once.
Deploy, consume the highest unit in your graveyard, set your charge amount to its power, damage an enemy by 1.
A knight should help. Our codex commands it.
Right. Come on, let the fire deal some damage to these guys, especially him. God damn it! Wow. Why all to him? What can I do? What can I do? Let's see if I can actually draw anything. Though I can only fit 2 cards on, so... Ooh, Gabor here. Right. Okay, well, we're going to take a swing at the 7s. Makes the most sense.
Oh, could murder a pint.
Damage unit by 10. Get a trinket. Let's damage a unit by 10. I mean, we could kill something, which would probably be better. Oh, and the leftover damage we can do to that. And then we're just going to play our highest card.
For the Queen!
And win. Just about. It went down to the wire on that one, didn't it?
Likely the last, that one. Should be safe now.
Following the victory, the settlers hoped
They had a lot of draw, but we did as well.
Could the beasts they felled have killed the previous lot of colonists? Perhaps the curse that
They
had
were-
long
they
hung
were
over
scavengers more than
Blackbrook Vale
anything.
was at last broken.
We thank ye, your majesty.
The settlers' leader said, slipping the satchel from his shoulder.
You've granted us new hope. And a new home.
The dwarves had rolled up their sleeves, were prepared to go at the huts to repair them, when one of their number cried out.
Hold! There's something here. Something reeky.
A voice most familiar, thought Neve.
It's our little gnome.
Yes, for it belonged to Barnabas, the rescued inventor. The gnome had elbowed his way to the fore, stood on his toes, extended his nose, and inhaled through it like a pointing hound seeking out wildlife. Ignoring all queries, Barnabas had then sat down on the brook bank, filled a glass flask with water, and was now holding it up against the sunlight, dipping into it the tip of his tongue and some strange scraps of paper extracted from the depths of the pockets of his patched coat.
Poisoned
Finally,
well.
Barnabas stood, brushed his backside clean, and announced his findings.
Well, we know with some certainty the reason for the settlers' demise.
The
'Twere
water's
not beasts,
poisoned.
No. They prowled in later, drawn by fresh graves. 'Twas the water.
I told you that
Oh,
the
roll your
necrophages
eyes
are
and burn your
scavengers.
fingers all you want, and then, here at the brook, nary a fish. All poisoned by subterranean fumes.
The dwarves hemmed, hawed, and grumbled, and were a heartbeat from abandoning the Vale for good. Then Barnabas reached into his satchel and extracted a device of his own making he termed an aqua purificator. That is to say, a water cleaner, as odd as it may seem.
You need but siphon water through this straw. Then drink up, worry-free.
Thus Meve rode out of Blackbrook Vale, deep
And we get a morale
satisfaction
boost
in her
for
heart.
it.
The dwarves extolled her for being bold, shrewd, and wise, while Gabor ensured this praise would likewise reach the meaty ears of Elder Hoog.
We're the dwarves of Mount Carbon. Hoo-hoo-ha, hoo-hoo-ha. 2 hammers is our sign, is our sign.
I don't think much of your, like, village fight song.
We feed those suffering hunger. Hoo hoo ha, hoo hoo ha. But
You're just
our
going to sing
foes we
constantly.
smash asunder. Aye aye aye, aye aye aye. Spill me ale and get a pound and hoo hoo ha, hoo hoo ha. Such is life neath the mountains. Aye aye aye, aye aye aye. Spill me ale and get a pound and hoo hoo ha. Hoo hoo ha, such is life neath the mountains, aye aye aye.
I think
aye,
that's all
aye,
you've got in you. Your repertoire is very limited. Now let's get the treasure. So anything hidden behind the shed? No. What about this little water tower? Nope. Unless that's a representation of Barnabas's invention. He's actually siphoning the water from the brook, then. Nothing in this little camp. Ooh, a mysterious cave. Is it a cave of wonders?
The rumors Gabor had overheard were true. Scouts returned with news of a cavern at whose mouth lay rotted logs, an indication that something of great weight may have been rolled inside. Chests full of gold, for instance. Then again, paw tracks clearly showed some beasts had made the cave their home.
Right. Decision time. Enter or scramble back down.
Said Gascon, rubbing
Money!
his hands together for warmth.
What do you think?
Please hurry. This frost is downright biting.
We've
Let's
scaled
go
this
after the
time.
let's go after the
Wish we could
treasure.
Descend empty-handed. Fall in behind me.
The Queen took the fore, sword in one hand, torch in the other. The flickering flame's glow illuminated the cave's interior, casting long shadows. Meve was certain some horror would leap at her at any moment. And she was not at all wrong.
Short battle, standard battle, shortened battle. Oh, and it's one of these bloody things. Eliminate the crazed Shelmar. What else might these forgotten inaccessible caverns hold? A magical rune-imbued weapon forged centuries ago, sapphires, rubies, and topaz carved and polished by long-dead dwarven jewelers, perhaps immeasurable mountains of gold to find out. The Lyrians had only to slay monsters that dwelled their depths. So special rules and shortened. We just need to eliminate the crazed Shelmar. Well, we can get rid of the doggy. The medic is not really useful at this point. We don't need both of those. We'll see. Wagenberg and the War Wagon work well together. I'm going to lose the Wolfsbane. And I'm going to search for bombers. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Right. Whenever an ally is destroyed,
Follow me. Together
allies
now.
destroyed, reduce its units timer
Anyone
by
you struggle
1.
with strong reservations when entering monster-infested pits? Asking for a friend.
Okay. Whenever an ally is destroyed, reduce this unit's timer by 1. Then play a random unit. Hey, Jew game. So, did you hear anything about the job? Play a random unit from your deck. Damage it by 2. This unit's timer ends. Meve wins the battle. So, okay, so that's its timer. Is destroyed. Reduce this. So we've got to get this down to 0. Oh, well, she went to Europe. Well, she was in Brussels today. Spoke with all the leaders and apparently said, well, we're not changing the treaty. So, yep, she's back to square one. Okay. Every turn on turn start, summon a Necker from your deck. Boost yourself by 1. Okay, depends on how many of these he's already got in his hand. We got anything interesting? Damn it. Not useful. I mean, I could always draw it back to respend it, but... She is! Though, I wouldn't be surprised I finished the stream today to find out, like, the opposition party is called a vote of no confidence and we're staring down a general election then.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
Okay, that's not great. Two cards that could do with being played from the hand as opposed to from the deck. Okay, so let's grab the war wagon. No, the Wagenberg. Though I can pop this straight away, can't I? So then we can at least get the benefit of that. Resilience. Every 3 turns on turn start, randomly damage enemies by a portion of the Shellmail's current armor. Okay, so it's going to do 6 points of damage? Because it's 8 there, but it says 6 on that. And it's every 3 turns. Okay, so... maybe we set fire to these guys. Okay, he's getting stronger. This is not good. Let's go.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Right. I could do 6 points of damage out. One of these is still going to stay alive, though. And somebody's going to take 6 points of damage. I say we go for a combo of some sort. Why are they getting additional armor each time? Every 3 turns on turn starts. Randomly damage. So this is going to do that by this turn. So ideally we do want to bring this guy's armor down. So it makes sense to use this on the back line and this, probably. That would take out all that armor. Yeah. Yeah, and then we can play the Arbalist next time on that guy. Thirsty Troll. Deploy, consume an ally and damage an enemy by its power. And it took out our Wagenberg, which is not great. So the field medic here would be useful. Right. Well, it's only going to do 1 point of damage, presumably.
I'm a one second.
Let's try and get this guy down. We've got an ice troll. Damage an enemy by... Sorry. Damage an enemy by 5. If it was destroyed, apply Biting Frost to the row. Okay. Let's draw some blitz units, shall we? Actually, what we got here? 2 6s. We've got 3 4s, 2 2s. Actually, we got another 6 up here. So that's 3 6s. I'm just wondering what I can take a swing at. What would make the most sense here? I suppose if I take a swing at the 4s, we can kill 3 of them. So if that's the case, let's actually play the cavalry.
John.
I could do with the other set of stray bombers, couldn't I? Or these to die and actually do 6 points of damage. Let's see what we can pick out. Ideal! That's perfect.
You mad? Don't say that!
Yeah. Another thirsty troll. Who would benefit from me pulling them back? Possibly an archer. Because we could probably get a big hit in. I'm going to pull the archer. Let's move these guys back. How many's on that row then? 4, 8. Okay, so we can play the archer on the back row and do 9 points of damage to something. $152. Okay, I've got to take one of these out. Deploy, consume an ally, damage an enemy by its power. Well, he's only got 1 card left, and we've got to make up additional damage in the meantime. Okay, so let's... Okay, what could we kill with a shot of 9? Not a lot, really. Well, there are things we can kill, but nothing kind of optimum. If I grab the lightning bolts. What would work for that? Nothing that's, again, all that optimal. I mean, I can do 9 points of damage, so in total I could do 19 points to one individual target. 21, 17, 29. Maybe we go after that guy. Yeah, just in case they kill the these guys. Let's go after him. Come on, big fireball attack. Right, you've got nothing left. Right, time for big plays. I've got 30 left to me. And I've also got to get rid of... So that would take us up to 117, and we've got to get rid of then 50 points of damage. Essentially, well, just over 50 points of damage. Or 50 points of power.
A dram of glue, a bit of soldering, a rivet or two, and it's good as new.
I could draw additional cards. Pull Blitz. Hope we get lucky and pull our Field Medic, which would give us additional cards to pull. I say we play the longer game, actually. I thought we drew Blitz cards. Oh, thank you. Right, yes, I want the Medic and Gabor. No, we didn't draw. Why did we not draw? Okay, we may be screwed now. That should have pulled 2 cards for us. Playing it. Okay. Couple of 6s, 3 6s, 4 6s. Okay, we take a swing at a 6. You're just pulling from the deck now. That's not fair.
For the Queen!
I guess I kill one of the 21s, don't I?
Commands it.
Yeah. Okay. He's still going to just keep pulling cards from his deck. How do we stop that? We may have to change our deck. I'm not sure we can outdraw him. Did those things have a death wish? Is that why they kept pulling additional cards. Lose you. That you're not useful in this situation. Ideally, I'd like the war wagon. Grey Rider works. That gives us additional power. Okay, I'll lose one of those. Yeah, for a war wagon.
Follow me! Together now!
Anyone here struggle with strong reservations when entering monster-infested pits? Asking for a friend.
Right, play you. Yeah, so we have to reduce this by 20. Whenever an ally is destroyed, reduce this unit by 1. And play a random unit from your deck. Damage it by 2. If this unit's timer ends... Yeah, so we were focusing more on playing that, what was on the table. We need to focus on reducing this down. So we need to do... Rather than power plays, we've got to destroy more units.
Mahjong.
That actually works, because this will bounce back and forth. Yeah, I can make that work. In fact, I'm actually going to take the swing now, because then we're going to get the loyalty. We make you come back here.
For the Queen!
And you get a boost for moving as well. Right. Makes sense to kill both of these now. That should reduce this by a couple. Yeah. Now we've got 3 of these guys to deal with. Right, let's get the Wagenberg out. Damn it, lost my shield. That was unfortunate. Okay. I guess we get the fire out early then, don't we?
Watch your heads!
That's a lot of damage! Though he's getting incredibly strong now. Oh shit, we lost the Wagenberg. That's not good. Okay, well, I'm going to see if I can pull a medic.
Can't take it anymore.
Catch!
Get some fire on the back there. Well, that's 6 points of damage that's going out, and you just get ridiculously strong now. Okay, right, I can do 36 points of damage. Damage an enemy by this whenever this ally takes... Yeah. We can do 36 points of damage, so where the hell's that? That's going to be the most optimum there, isn't it? We can do... Though I kind of think, like, we've got to whittle down these guys as well.
God's blast it. My breast chafes.
13. Okay, right. What else can we kill? You've got a few 3s here. So you've got the 12s as well. We've got to get this counter down.
God save the Queen!
Down to 9. Okay. Right. Well, we can take out another one, probably. So we're about to take a bunch more damage again. I say we try and... Okay, we're about to take more damage from these guys. Put you up top.
Hungry like a wolf, I am.
And... I'm just hoping the fire does enough. I mean, if these guys get killed, that's more damage out to that side as well. And Ike's getting ludicrously strong now. It's not about power, it's about bringing this down. We've got to take out 6 more enemies. Well, that one's probably dead. These may die to the fire. You can do 10 points of damage on a swing, can't you? So we could take out one of these guys.
Alright, that's no problem.
Oh, and I've got the leftover as well. I'm going to grab back Gabba. So we can do another 10 points of damage then, possibly. Does anybody else pull more cards? If we can pull more cards, we can deploy more. Nobody does, do they? No. Let's go with damage then. We're going to do 4 points of damage. Go on. We killed 2. Yeah, we just need to kill 2 more. Okay, okay. Can I kill anything myself? I could kill 1, and Gabor can finish off another, and then that dies, yes. Right. I guess I just kill one of the 9s.
Anything.
Although I could guarantee that we do it.
To be close now. Come on.
Yeah, there we go. There, focusing on getting the counter down was the important thing there, rather than just trying to kill everything, because he's just going to keep spawning
as soon
shit.
As the last beast had fallen, the Lyrians took to seeking out the treasure. Soldiers dispersed throughout the caverns in a rush, penetrating every last corner. Finally, one called out.
Got it! Got the treasure right here! Treasure! Shiny stuff!
A number of steel-reinforced chests lay up against the cavern wall. Meve blew the dust from the lid of one and lifted it with some difficulty.
It's a mimic! No.
She had hoped for gold and jewels, bars of Mahakam and steel at the least. Instead, she saw thousands of time-tarnished copper coins with a hole through their center.
What's this bloody crap? Tokens of some sort?
Aye, that's right. Holy Goldens, we call them. They're, currency in Mahakam. Get our wages in them. Use them to cop victuals and hooch.
What of arms, armour, tools?
Nah, all that's given to us. Clan provides it. Is that what you need? Weapons? Oh, feel the Egypt now. Brought you here for no reason.
Yet these tokens, they can be exchanged for other coin, can they not? To
Nope.
Merian Orans or Novigrad crowns?
Aye, doable in theory, but not at all clever. Rates are crap. See,
I was going to say,
the
there's
elders
a
keep
really
them low
bad
to make life
exchange rate.
difficult for
Currently like the
dwarven folk.
sterling
Discourage
with the
them
rest of
from
the
leaving
world.
Mahakam.
So what am I supposed to do with these tokens? Yellow ends the conversation. Doesn't it? So we
What's
can read
this?
the white
Common
one.
dwarves use no gold. You cannot be serious.
Yet I am. What good's gold to them? Clan gives them all they need. And victuals and hooch beyond need, they get for tokens.
Yet you trade with humans. Gold coin you take for your goods, the coin must serve a purpose. What is it?
Goes into the treasury.
We hoard it all. In vaults. Great piles. Down bottom lie ducats dating from the reign of that dozy ham shanker King Dagrid.
And you do not put it to use? Acquire anything for it? Then it's true what folks say, that you love gold too much to part with it. Hoard it for pleasure, as dragons do.
Point of fact. That there's pure drivel. Gold's a metal like any other, just yellow. We hoard it for our safety.
Your safety. I feel
Yeah,
like
you
I
can't really
simply
make
don't
decent
follow.
weapons out of it.
Couldn't it be simpler? Soon as human folk get it in their heads we's a thorn in their side, we'll spend it. All of it, in a jiffy.
Oh, and just bring down the value of the gold.
Excess coin supply, that's called. Matter of days, gold will be worth
Bankrupt
less
the
than
entire
silver.
human population.
You're tossing banks and economies, bam, on their arses. There'll be nothing left of them. They'll cave in faster than a mine shaft with rotten props. Why are you all ogling me? With human folk for neighbours,
It's-
we dwarves got to be damn
They're
vigilant.
canny, aren't they, the
Sheep
dwarves?
and wolves.
They're playing the long game.
So how can these tokens serve me?
We must trade them. Even should we get a pittance, it will be something. The soldiers demand their pay.
Ah, your bums out the windy. Fighting men want full dixies and tankards of hooch. Coins but a means to that end.
What do you suggest, then?
As I've been saying, the tokens we use to purchase nourishment and mead, and what you've got in those chests, why, that'll do to fund a feast.
Hell of a
the likes
party.
Mahakam's not seen since Brewer was sworn in as Elder-in-Chief. The fighting men will eat and drink their fill, carouse about and forget their due and pay right quick.
Yep,
And
exactly.
invite the local dwarves to feast with you, and the clans will look kinder on you too.
Fine, we'll throw a feast.
Caution be damned.
Your Grace, I feel obliged to remind you we are at war with Nilfgaard, and every copper...
Should go to building our army, I know. But we live but once, Reynard. Sir Gabor.
Well, we've done
take the
everything
tokens
here to
and
try
arrange
and
me a
curry
feast
the favour of
so
the
grand that
dwarves. I think a
Danny himself
party
should
will
hear us
help
revel.
that.
As Meave's force could not possibly fit in a tavern, the feast was laid out in a storehouse. Crates arranged in rows served as tables and benches, while the windows were festooned with lion's foot and pasque flower. Great barrels of mead, cognac, and vodka were rolled in, and when the soldiers saw this, they broke out in cheers and laughter that lasted till dawn.
Pour us another round, you lovable Lyrian bastards!
For he's a jolly good a jolly good dwarf.
Ooh, we upgraded him!
There
Okay.
was food and drink enough for the dwarves of the pass, who, with Meave's men, raised tankards in hand and voices in song the night through. To see them sharing tales and playing cards, one would not believe that anywhere down the mountains, through woods and across plains, humans and dwarves might, for the softest slight, leap at each other, murder in their eyes.
So we didn't recruit any extra dwarfs for that. Okay, that was disappointing. Right. There's nothing left up here. We obviously cleared out the cave, yeah. Right. Let's check the map. So, I guess we go through this pass here. Yep, here's the gate. We're still looking for whatever might be that thing on the treasure map we found. Okay, we've got a couple of points of interest. We've got a puzzle down here, another point of interest. I'm just going to take a quick 30-second break. The coffee's worked its way through, so I will be back in 30 seconds. Okay, sorry. Relief, right. So we've got anything further up on the map? No. Okay, we're only going up to like this village or whatever it is here. Can we not interact with this? Oh, there we go. My queen, this building houses the Bank of Clan Zigrin. The banker claims that should we invest now, in a few months' time, It's worth the increase threefold. Invest a large amount. Possible gains are too great to squander. I mean, 2,500 is actually a pinch in the ocean, really, for what we've got. What do we tend to spend money on? It's upgrades more than actually buying cards. And I'm pretty sure we can trust a dwarvish banker, can't we? Are they going to steal all of my money? What the hell? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Whether it actually comes to pass soon enough for the...
The sound of approaching
I
hoofbeats
didn't want to
made
leave,
me
I just wanted
turn
that
to see Reynard
bit of treasure.
spurring on his panting horse, galloping at a breakneck speed towards her.
You get Count Caldwell Gwent card. I don't. Count Caldwell, that's obviously all in the first act. Was that one of the ones we found in a chest? It might have been. I don't think it's here in Mahakam, and it's been several weeks since we were in Act 1.
Ill tidings I bring, your grace.
Clearly. Glad tidings never arrive with such urgency.
Our scouts captured a Nilfgaardian messenger. He was travelling in disguise, and by night.
Well, we know the Nilfgaardians are here, because they brought a caravan. There was a caravan of swords, wasn't there?
We were able to salvage some in parts.
Gwent multiplayer, yes, because all the cards you find in hidden chests are for the main Gwent game, aren't they? The multiplayer.
Anything of interest?
Yes, there is, I fear. Your Majesty, you must listen. Consider your offer accepted. Direct Meve and her force to the agreed site. We await their arrival. Your reward shall be as agreed. Hail, Keritsa.
A traitor. We might have expected as much. Nilfgaard has shown amply that it abides only by the rules it sets. Since they have not proved able to defeat me in the field, in open battle, they seek other means.
Possibly, I don't know. I can't recall whether we picked it up. I'm pretty sure we did. But then again, well, as of yet, I've not played the Gwent multiplayer. I played a little bit in beta, but not as much. I would know what cards I had then and what I've got now.
It does not, your grace.
Have you interrogated the captive?
Have you questioned him?
Naturally, your grace. Alas, he knows not to whom the letter is directed. He was to leave it in an agreed spot.
I take it tidings of the whole affair have spread throughout the force?
Yes, your Majesty. The witnesses were too many to keep this fact a secret.
We must thus assume the traitor in our ranks knows it as well, and will make no attempt to retrieve the scroll. A dead end.
Any other clues?
Have we any other leads or clues?
Are they human or dwarf?
None, I fear, your Majesty. We must be alert. Keep a keen eye on events as they unfold, and exercise great caution in forging new acquaintances.
Well, the only one that's guiding us is Gabor at the moment, isn't it? So
very well.
That's
attuned. Yours in
putting a little bit of a spotlight on him as a potential traitor. Okay, I was just going for this. Wow. Massive downgrade in the morale. Okay, let's go back to these guys then. There might still be shrines about that we never activated, so we can maybe get that morale up.
Curse of Blackbrook Vale's been undone! And by a human wench!
Less with the wench.
We would take root neath Mount Carbon, where it's warmer, but allotments for the Vale. Curse of Blackbrook Vale's been undone!
Okay, right. You've only got 2 lines of dialogue.
I would, your Majesty, but my arse is frozen to the ground. 4 Dwarves Codex states it clear. If you're in a mine and something knocks, you'd do best not to knock back. Ever. 4 Dwarves Codex.
Okay, you've only got 1 line of dialogue. Right. You're going to be a merchant.
Past the mine, Meve noticed a group of miners gathered around the entrance to a shaft. Frost had settled on their moustaches and beards, suggesting they had been there for some time. The Queen summoned Gabor and asked him to determine the reason for this sit-in. He returned after a few minutes and announced the most curious thing.
They're waiting for the knocking to stop.
Maeve's frown prompted Gabor to explain in greater detail.
According to our laws,
It's like the whistling
dwarves
in the
can't
mine,
go
is
into
it?
a mine if there's knocking coming from inside. We're obliged to wait for the ruckus to quieten down.
What if it's
yes.
trapped miners
Our own miners
knocking
share
to
the
try and get
superstition.
attention?
Reynard interjected.
You're just going to
They
wait
say
for them
the
to
knocking
die.
is that of a treasure unknown, a kind of mine ghost.
With all due respect, your miners are dimwits.
Gabor said, patting Reynard on the shoulder.
Knocking means an imminent and abrupt discharge of the potential pliable energy of rock formations. In other words, you can, a rock burst. Except usually it's all done in a day or two, whereas these lads have been waiting going on 2 weeks. Foreman's grown impatient. He'd like to send someone down the shaft, have them see what's at issue, but, well, the code forbids us from doing anything of the sort.
So, the humans are going to have to go in, are they? Check to see what's happening in the mine, don't intervene. Well, we're here to see everything, aren't we?
If in this manner I can gain favour among your brethren,
Sighed the Queen, dismounting.
so be it. I shall descend and see what the problem is.
The shaft was too
We're going
narrow to fit an
ourselves.
entire army.
Just send some of the
So Mead and a
lackeys.
small unit of men entered the mine, miners' lamps in hand.
Well, we're going to run into a monster then, aren't we?
The rhythmic knocking coming from the bowels of the mountains, distorted and multiplied, was unnerving. Soon the company arrived at the place that seemed the source of the knocking. Gabor put his ear to the rock and listened for
I
several
thought Gabor's the
moments in
dwarf, he's not
silence,
allowed to enter.
then struck the wall with all his might. The wall crumbled with a crash, opening a passage into another corridor, from which sprang numerous foes.
Shortened battle. Also, we've got the downgraded morale. Okay, this is going to be quite tough. It is a shortened one, though. In the darkness of an abandoned mineshaft, it is impossible to discern who stood against Maeve's force. It was clear only that they were men, or at least something taking their form, imitating their voices. Knowing her sword was too large to thrust in this tight shaft, she threw it to the ground and reached for her dagger. Oh, we haven't even got our broadsword ability. Oh no, this is going to be tough. Downgraded morale, no direct damage from us. Okay, look at the downgraded power as well, yeah. Right, we'll lose the Wolfsbane. Yeah, we want to take as much direct as we can. So we'll take the Arbalists, we will take... The War Wagon would work for this, wouldn't it? Ike is direct damage as well. It's shortened. I'm actually going to lose the deploy. Will they have abilities? Let's lose that. We don't need the dog. Okay, so we've got a bunch of shadowy silhouettes. Deploy. Damage an enemy by 7. If it was destroyed, boost self by 3.
Those definitely aren't ghosts.
Okay, right. Let's get you out.
Naturally. At once.
That's only on deployment, though. And he's still going to do 7 points of damage, isn't he? Okay, let's just hope he's not got any friends. Because they're all going to deploy like that.
Who goes there? Drop your weapons!
Every turn on turn end, boost a random ally on the row by 2. On each row by 2. Okay. We can't destroy it. So we're going to have to take him out somehow. I say we get fireballs going. This unit's power drops to 4 or less. Shuffle it into your deck. Right. Is there any way of destroying the ale? No. This is boosting them by 2 each turn, so we want to do more than 2 points of damage each turn, don't we?
Can't take any more.
Who just grabbed me?
Oh, apologies, Maeve. I thought you were raining.
Okay, we sending out the archers. Lose one to gain one. I'm just trying to power people up a little.
One boat's all I need.
And we'll take a swing at both of these. Spawn a base copy every turn. On turn start, set this unit's power to the adjacent unit with the lowest power. If there is no adjacent unit, destroy self. So if we can bring you down, and we'll bring him down as well, possibly. Okay, maybe we do this. It's not going to affect that. Actually, if we do it here, it will take out a bunch of your armor, but it will reduce him down to 3, which will reduce him to a 3 as well. Okay, let's see how that fares. Yeah, good. Okay, right. How do I want to play this? Let's see if I can draw some blitz units. Another stray. This is actually good.
I smell a leak.
Deploy an enemy by this. Okay, so it's a match of that one. It's even though they're using the same art and their same name, they're on the back line. They're slightly different silhouettes. Okay.
John.
Boost adjacent units by 3.
Are we winning? I can't see a bloody thing.
Got any victuals? I'm hungry like a wolf, I am.
The boosts are not good. Right. Okay, there's a couple of 9s, a 13, a 10, a 19. Okay. How many can I fit on this row? That is 8. Okay, so we can do... could I bring any of those down to a 9 as well? Okay, what we got? 23 in total, 15 in total, 21 in total, and 15 in total. So if we do 9 points of damage to one of the 23, would bring it down to 14. Also, is that on deployment? Boost adjacent units by 3. That's not every turn. I don't think, anyway. Kind of want to take the her action at these guys. Because at least we're going to get 2. So if we just take out this one. How many we got here? 1, 2, 3. Is that going to be enough?
Give me a time.
Yes. And we get the boost. Good. Now we take a swing at both of these guys. Doesn't have an adjacent one, so you're screwed. I'm not going to be able to fit any cards on, unfortunately. Oh no, I can fit one more card. Good. Okay, we can do 12 points of damage, but that's not going to be enough here, is it?
Fear not, for faith guides me.
Why have I not got my attack? I thought I'm supposed to be allowed to attack when deploying Ike. Okay, well...
Stop! Stop! We surrender!
I didn't actually pay attention to how much power we had out there. I was looking to try and destroy everything.
Both sides were surprised. Both fought in the weak light of torches, nearly down on hands and knees. In the end, the Queen emerged victorious, and as soon as she had returned her sword to its sheath, she asked the new prisoners a question that was on everyone's mind.
Who are you?
Are you?
The captives looked at each other in disbelief, as if before them stood a ghost. Finally, one of them managed to choke out a response.
Your Highness, we're your subjects.
Meve recognized the accent at once. The men came from Rivia. But what were they doing so far from home? According to the
Nilfgaardian prisoners?
After the Nilfgaardians' invasion of their kingdom, terrible poverty gripped the land. Seeking bread, some desperate inhabitants had gone to the mountains of Mahakam, engaging in wildcat mining in search of precious ores. Without asking the dwarves what they thought of this.
You know yourself, my queen,
explained one captured Riv.
They guard their treasure real jealous-like, don't care a whit about the suffering of others. They see us starving down in valley and don't lift a stubby finger.
Sadly, the Rivians had dug close to existing corridors. When Gabor destroyed the wall that stood between them and the dwarves, they were convinced they were being attacked by monsters, so they raised arms in self-defense.
Maeve, 'tis a tough nut to ken,
said Gabor.
But let's nae kid ourselves. These men are thieves, and we must hand them over to the Mahakam guard.
So they may do what? Sentence them to hard labor, or hang them at once?
Said Reynard. his usual calm shaken and his voice raised.
These are your subjects, Queen.
Yeah, they are our subjects,
They
but
coveted their
we need
neighbours'
to try and get the
troops,
dwarves on
but
side.
only because they had knelt themselves.
Ooh. There are subjects, but we need the dwarves. There are subjects, but we need the dwarves. This is... there's no good choices here, are there?
If dwarves left the mountains to rob the fields of Rivia,
said the Queen after some consideration,
I'd want to judge them according to our laws. Like it or not, Bruverhoog has the same right.
But, milady, you're us queen. You swore to protect us.
From harm, yes. But not from due punishment.
with a heavy heart, Meve handed the rivs over to the Mahakam.
I was going to say, morale was already low.
What happened to them, I cannot say for certain. But they were not seen again.
Well, boys, a wee swig and we get back to work. Well, boys, a wee swig and we get back to work.
Okay, well... hopefully we did the best choice for the long term there. Okay, there is a shrine down here, so we can get our morale back up to medium at least. Is there anything in this hut? There is. I was going to say, it's on its own. It has to be something. Lose men, gain gold, and the card piece. Your Majesty, something dwells in this house, a beast with burning red eyes and frightening growl. Perhaps it guards something worth finding, but only a few brave souls would be able to fit inside. Not all might return. As are the typical odds of wartime. Okay, do we want to... We have Ike, but do we want to lose Ike? We don't. He's actually more of our direct damage. I'm willing to lose 3 men. And we got our Tainted Ale now. So what's that actually do for us? Tainted Ale. Mark a unit, boost it by 10 after 3 turns on turn start. Destroy that unit and self. Unit and self? Mark a unit boosted by 10. I can see using that on an enemy, but it's the self thing? That I'm not sure about. Oh, so do we need to redo any of this? Create a trinket. We saw what the trinket was. It's okay, but it's not great. Spies, marking a unit, summon all copies of this unit. We've got the footman already, we've got Wagenberg. Damage your enemies by 4, then damage your enemies by 2. We lose the Wolfsbane and take Northern Wind, maybe. Damage the highest unit on your battlefield by up to 15, then boost the lowest unit by the amount damaged. So we're at below minimum. Okay, so I can actually have another card. Why have I been running at below minimum? Is it because we lost somebody and then never replaced them? Possibly. Ah, Gabor's out of here. That's why. I was going to say, where did Gabor go? Can we do any upgrades? Wagenberg plus. Damage all units on the road by this unit's armor, then lose all the armor. Gain 1 armor whenever a card appears. Is it just plus because it starts off with 2, as opposed to starting off with nothing? That's all I can think. Damage an enemy by 3. Has 2 charges. Whenever an ally is destroyed, gain a charge. Ooh, that could be useful. We could go back to using our Engineer and Reynard in combination with that, couldn't we? We can afford it, so I might take the Onager. I can never remember. I know it's a Roman siege weapon, isn't it? I might take the Strays of Sparla, actually. Because that works with our bombers, doesn't it? Gain more gold. Gain recruits. Gain 1 charge. Damage an enemy and all enemies with the same power by 1. Damage a unit by 4. If it was destroyed, repeat this ability. Give 1 charge to adjacent units with order. Okay, this feels like it'd be a useful one. But are we going to be able to afford it? So it's 10,000 gold and 3,500 wood in order to get the Hajduk and the Landsknecht and the Sapper, in fact. Each unit gains 2 armor. That would take all our wood, practically. Take 10% less from the unit cap. Recruit cap, sorry. So again, it feels like wood is always the resource that's the most difficult to balance and actually get the most out of. Shall we go with Sappers and Hadooks? And then we go with an order and charge thing again? Because that was actually working for us reasonably well. So less about the trinkets and more about giving our guys additional bites at the cherry. Right. Let's do the maths on this. So we said 10,000 gold and 3,500 wood for both of these, and then what was it? That would be 3,000. So we could do it. We could get these 3 upgrades with the amount of gold and wood we have. But the question is now, do I have enough resources to actually buy the cards? Okay, let's strip out our deck. We're not going as heavy on the trinkets. So I'm going to lose the Royal Decree. Maybe not Gascon. I will take the Grey Rider. Strays work. War Wagon. Let's lose the Cavalry. Arbalist still works. We don't need the Blacksmith if we're not relying on the trinkets as much. Footman gives us an early start on getting people out. So, we'll take Reynard. We'll take... Where is he? You. So, maybe we do lose Ike. Oh, it's only battling monsters. That's why we didn't get the damage that time. Okay, let's lose Ike, because we're not actually running with the Manticore head. We've got this head. Yeah, so let's lose Ike. So we've got Reynard and Xavier. We've got Gabor for direct damage. We will take... We need to make these. 315 plus 6 men. Yeah, we'll buy a couple. If we're going to do anything, we'll buy a couple of each card. Okay, this is costing us 40 wood, which we can afford. An order ability can be used on the same turn as the card is played. Okay, so we can get them out straight away and cause it. And we can give them additional charges with loyalty. So it might actually be worth having something that reduces the cooldown on our loyalty. I don't think we have trinkets that do that. I think it's a trophy, isn't it? Right. No, not summoning all copies. The Onager, we probably... I suppose we could do 2. It takes 100 wood, though. What are we saving it for, though, I suppose? Right. And then was there anybody else we were going to get? The sappers, yes. Forward, yep, okay. So who was it that did additional damage if the people were burning? Right, we can do 5 cards, and we've made 6? 8. War Wagon, Grey Rider, Arbalists. Let's take the Pathfinder out for now, and the Field Medic. I'll take the Onager as well. 26 of 25, and we're near the cap. Okay, let's see how this plays out. Somebody did more damage with... It was the Strazer Sparler, that's it. Damage a unit by 5 if it's on a row with fire. Damage all units on it by 5. So we may look to try and get them as well. But that's going to cost us in resources. Okay, we've got morale up to neutral again. If we look at the map, can we see any... No, I don't think there's any shrines we haven't tapped. No. Okay, I'm happy having morale at least neutral. And we've got a puzzle over here, which isn't actually affected by morale. And we're still looking for that secret, aren't we, Bob? Hello. A lady, we spotted gold down there. Among the debris. We can find a few soldiers to dig it up, but if the rope snaps, these rocks will serve as their final resting place. 450 gold is not worth the morale debuff. Maybe if we get a sudden morale boost, I'll take it. Otherwise, nope. 41 wood, okay. What's buried beneath the snow? Puzzle, special rules, shortened and custom deck. Okay. Do not let Meve die. That's what we've been trying to all along. Lyrian winters are mild, frosts are rare, and snow. Should any fall at all, melts moments it lands. Yet Meve's soldiers had now witnessed an expanse of the frosty powder blanket the peaks of Mahakam. They delighted in the harsh beauty of the frigid landscape, and were struck by the ingenious idea to pack snow into small orbs and hurl them at each other. Hilarity and hearty laughter ensued for minutes. That is, until a troll joined their revelry. To their terror, he had brought rocks to a snowball fight. Okay, then. Well, we don't get to pick. It's a shortened one. Do not let Meve die. Troll snowball. If it lands on a road, damage all units on it by 2. Force the 3 highest units to swap rows on their side. Okay, sorry. If it lands on a row, damage all units by 2. That makes sense. Force the 3 highest units to swap rows on their side. So... Meve's gonna get swapped until she takes damage. I've got to take the the rocks out of his grasp, I presume. Every turn on turn start, throw a troll snowball at the row with the most humans. Okay, so it's at the most humans, so we can... What will he do if there's only... one on each row?
We'll be reaping black-clad hens.
Okay, so if there's equal numbers, then he will ignore it.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Every turn on turn start. Okay, so I can't lob those. Right, well, if I just do this then, he's going to throw one of the rocks now, isn't he? So now we need to put more on the back row. Is it 3 highest units? I guess I can take a hit.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
No, I don't want that one. I want this.
There's a time to reap,
I'll take a
time
hit.
to sow, a time to die.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Meave can take another hit. So if we put a loyalist up front.
Aye.
Hey? Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to have to put a loyalist here.
Ah, should have listened to me, old lady.
And me's going to die. Because I can't move the shifting enough, can I? Okay. We've got a grip of how we're supposed to do this now. I don't know exactly how to do it, but... Right. So if there's even numbers, nothing happens.
These damn boots are killing me.
If there's odds, they're going to go for the back.
And a time to die.
Go to the back. As long as Meave is on her own. Can I damage myself? I don't think I can I? Let's just try it.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
No, you can't.
Ah, should have listened to me, old lady.
I've hit the white of an eye from half a league away.
It's alright, she'll survive another turn.
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
Now we need to...
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Meave survives. Yeah, okay. So it wasn't too difficult, it was just making sure Meave was on her own. Do I get anything for that? No, we just survived a snowball fight. Okay, so that wasn't actually worth it. We didn't get any treasure or anything? The corpse of the No, the corpse of the snow troll doesn't pay out with anything. If there was a corpse there. Story quest. That's a lot of necrophages. That's an awful lot of ghouls.
Near Davor's Abyss. Signs of beastly feasting were not hard to find. Countless paw and claw tracks were impressed in the blood-stained snow. Among the boulders, bones picked clean were strewn about. Gascon lifted one from the ground.
Empty inside,
he said.
Something sucked out the marrow.
Meave soldiers feigned indifference to the grisly sight. They marched on, their stepped rhythm unwavering, a song on their lips. Yet hearing a slight tremolo in their voices, Meave knew they merely sought to drown out their fear. A moment later, a commander's horn sounded, the signal to halt. The Queen galloped to the fore of the column and found herself at the edge of a vast, round hole in the ground.
Yeah, well, we've seen that on the map for a while now.
Meave drew her reins tight to prevent her mount from taking even one step forward.
What is this? A crater? A desiccated lake?
A mine of the strip variety,
Gabor explained.
Treasures we picked and shoveled for here. Diamonds. Till we happened on the beasts, that is.
What now?
Orion's a dam. Holds back a lake. If we can break it...
Okay, we're flooding the mine, are we?
And the tunnels from which the beasts emerge. Just need to get around the mine first. Way down's on the other side.
Meave squinted and gazed into the distance. Indeed, there was the dam. And at its foot, a swarm of beasts roiled about. Her soldiers
I've got a feeling it's going to be a puzzle one. We've got to destroy the dam as a wave after wave of
battle, in spite of their fear.
Ghouls come at us.
Gabor!
Meave cried out over the whirling wind.
Have you bards here in Mahakam?
Of course, Your Grace!
Then we shall give them good reason to compose this day, on the themes of courage, of heroism, of Lyria! Gee up!
And with that cry, the Queen spurred her mount, grabbed a banner, and raising it high over her head, rushed headlong at the horrid swarm.
Puzzle? Story battle special rules shortened, yes. Keep your catapult well maintained on all sides. So we're actually using the catapults and that. Dwarves delved deep into Davor's Abyss, and from it pulled diamonds of unsurpassed quality. These stones glistened at all the courts of the north, bejeweling crowns, capping scepters, studding chalices, and glamorizing ceremonial swords. Some stayed in Mahakam, though, in more mundane incarnations, as drill bits and crystal cutters, for example. Yet the days of Davor's diamond delving, try say that 3 times fast, were long past. Now only monsters crawled out of his dark abyss. Is it the devil's anus? Okay, right. You're useful here. Giving additional charges to people is useful. I will take at least 1 gold card. Wagenberg is useful here. I'm actually going to lose the thunder. Let's lose the thunder. Let's see. 2 lots of strays could be useful. Now, ideally, I want to fish for Xavier at least. Maybe we fish here. Bernard at least gives us 1.
Here's the way down.
Every turn on turn start, if there is units adjacent to this one, gain 1 charge. Then damage a random enemy by 5 and all other units on its row by 2. If this unit's charge count reaches 7, Meave wins the battle. Okay, giving charges here is really useful. So much so, immediately then, we're going to throw this guy out, aren't we? Oh no, it's for loyalty. What was the one that gave adjacent? Damage unit by... Okay, well, we want to put you out.
Naturally.
You start off. That's useful.
Pissing in the mort? Oh, you're dead.
Unit by 3, 2 charges. Right, what enemies have you got? Every turn on turn start boost all allied units by 1. Okay, so... Fire here might be okay.
I smell a leak.
Every turn on turn start, increase counter by 1 and damage a random enemy by 2. Death Wish, multiply units counter. Yeah, so we have to kill it quick. So much so, I'm actually going to make sure it dies straight away. Turn start, every turn, right, yeah.
Back to the dust whence you came!
Okay, ideally... I mean, they're all damaged. I could actually use this. Let's... Do I want to blow my charge straight away? You know what? I am. Oh no, you're got summoning sickness. Okay, I can't use it straight away.
Your Grace, monsters approach from all sides.
That's okay. Sorry, what was that? Move an enemy to the other side of the row and damage it by 3. Okay, that's not good. We may have to pull that in with that. Do 3 points of damage to everything. We're not close to using our sapper then. We I'm just trying to optimize. Well, I mean, if we do this, at least we can use the northern wind. Also, and then when I take a swing, okay. Wagenberg. And then we can use Reynard to spark this again. If I do 5 points of damage, we could kill a lot of those with the sapper. But I need to be able to use Renard for that.
Company! Forward march!
7 points of damage, even better. Consume the highest order, damage an enemy by 1. Right. What am I taking a swing at? I take a swing at that, we can use the sapper.
It's gonna be a right good levy, big and beautiful.
Now I have to... What would I damage? I guess the war wagon. Go on then, what have you got? Not a lot. I mean, I could kill it with Gabor.
You sure about that? Excellent! The dam's about to give!
Let's pull back. What should we pull back? Reynard again.
We must trust each other.
Oh, so many choices here. I'll let everyone have a swing, shall I? Oh, we're up to 8. This is overkill. But I kind of like it. We'll let the Onager do that, and then 8 points of damage to one soul critter. Defeat? Wait, no? Huh? We wiped them out. Did I have to have the thing? Did I literally just run out of cards? I couldn't last long enough for the thing to charge up. Okay, well, we can lose that. Probably don't need both sets of strays. We want Reynard in there. You weren't as good as I'd hoped. We will take the Wagenberg. 2 sets of strays, at least that's both lines dealt with. The Sapper, maybe not. 2 sets of Onagers. Let's actually see if we can fish for Xavier. Giving... No, I want to fish for Xavier.
We need to break through and destroy the dam.
Give me a time.
Arbalest is not great for this.
Arbalest.
Both Arbalists. Okay. Right, well, they're kind of useless. Right, we need to kill you quick. So much short. Oh, so I'm going to get Gabber out quickly. How much damage is he doing? Deals 15 damage now. Okay. Right.
I live to serve you.
I guess we use these charges. Yeah, time to put the strays out.
This could hurt.
Your Grace, monsters approach from all sides.
Of course, you're going to move him. Right, what do we want to do? Probably... Well, we do want to keep him guarded. So... But I kind of want the fire to go out as well. I don't want to use Reynard yet. It's got to be the Wagenburg then, hasn't it?
Watch your heads!
Well, we lose the big damage. But I can... What can I take a swing at? Probably best taking a swing at the back row. Right, Renard.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
So we've got to get up to 7 turns. So I do need like more card draw more than anything. So we actually have to have a deck with lots of card draw. Every turn on turn start, if there is units gains 1 charge, then damage a random enemy. If the unit's charge count reaches 7, Meave wins. So we always need to keep it surrounded. That's not classing as a... Shit. Okay, so this is the problem. We definitely need more card draw. We don't need trinkets. I mean, the best I can do is pull this back and actually grab one of these guys. Yeah, we don't want card draw. We're going to forfeit. We don't want trinkets. We want lots of card draw. We'll keep the deployment and we'll lose... both of those. What would be really good is the War Wagon. The War Wagon's probably going to win this for us. If we've got both War Wagons, we can move guys around. So it's the catapult's always surrounded. Xavier is perfect. Maybe lose 1 arbalist. Caval's not useful. Okay, I'll have to keep the flaming units.
Here's the way down. We need to break through and destroy the dam.
Okay. So let's just start toasting the back the lines. Not drawing the cards yet from these guys. Let's see if we wait a turn, we can actually do something. Okay, with this amount of slingshots, we got this covered. Because we can get these charges back, that's fine. I mean, if I place you out there, will you give this an extra charge as well? Will this help speed things up?
Left, right, left.
No.
No?
I was going to say, would that be cheating? Damn it. That hurt it. Okay.
You mad? Don't shake that.
Yeah. We might as no. We'll wait before we do that because we can always pop it again. Though it's going to be the one that moves this guy now next, isn't it?
Monsters approach from all sides.
Yep, I knew it. Right.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
He needs to survive. Let's... No, that would bring it down to 6. That would bring that down to 13. Bring it down to 9, so I wouldn't be doing additional damage. Let's just hope the fire kills it. Right.
Armor won't serve.
Probably best killing one of these guys. Just don't attack this. Right. We have got this, but it's not going to be enough for us. Let's use Xavier.
They don't hurt.
I'm worried if we pull this back with a decoy, sorry, whether it'll lose the charges, reset it to 0 again. But if this gets hit, we're screwed anyway.
Bam's about to give!
Yeah, we need to survive 2 more turns. So, let's choose a card. I guess we give these both charges. Kind of. We're seeing if we can actually... And then we can play him. There's a bunch of 6s. Sapper might work here now. Though we're gonna have to... Good, okay. Sapper becomes very useful here, because I can clear how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Yeah.
It's gonna be a right good levy, big and beautiful.
We only need to have 1 more charge on this catapult. We're good. There we go. Yep, so our plan of just getting rid of all the trinkets so we had more cards to play was exactly what we needed. Well, so how you doing, Hokey, today?
And indeed, bards sang of this battle soon after. For no claws or fangs could break through the wall of shields the Lyrians raised that day. And no scales could protect the beasts.
Well, it wasn't exactly shields we were using. We were just slinging everything we could at them.
Relent! Let us show these beasts! It is they who should fear us!
The Queen shouted. In the end, the beasts turned to flee, yet Maeve's force cut off any chance of escape.
Then we just drown them.
Began to push the monsters ever closer to the edge of Davil's abyss. Pressed from all sides, the horrors began slipping over the precipice, screeching terribly as they fell.
We have blood. Blood for blood.
Silence came at last. The Queen stood at the edge of the precipice, breathing heavily, leaning on her sword. From the depths of the mine came muted growls and groans.
Let's flood the damn hole,
hissed Gabor,
before any other shite crawls out of it.
A rush of icy water suddenly rose, then just as abruptly plunged into the mine, flooding the pit. And where once lay Davor's abyss, now lay
a
Davor's
lake.
Pond. Maeve descended back into the pass, exhausted and covered in beastly blood, yet also exceedingly pleased. She was 1 step closer to dwarven support in the war against Nilfgaard. Once the Lyrians had put some distance between themselves and the now destroyed monster lair, Maeve ordered her men to pitch camp. Then she sent the quartermaster off for food and drink. The soldiers lit campfires.
The feast we had not 2 days ago wasn't enough for you.
After, lively music and song could be heard throughout the camp.
Your Majesty,
Reynard said from behind Maeve's back.
A messenger from the Elder-in-Chief.
The Queen turned to see a dwarf in a richly adorned jerkin and a shako with golden seams. She stifled her laugh into a smile and lifted her chin proudly, expecting praise and a pledge of aid in the war against Nilfgaard.
No, he's going to tell us to get out.
Your daring deeds have come to the Elder's attention,
said the dwarf in a measured voice.
He's positively irate and demands an explanation.
Irate? But why? I and my men, we've aided you greatly.
Elder Hug awaits at the Long Bridge.
You'd be wise not to keep him there any length of time.
And with that, all the Queen's enthusiasm for a celebration was instantly gone. She waited until the fires expired and the songs died down, then gave the order to march.
Okay, right. Let's collect all the goodies we can. Like I said, we're still looking for that treasure chest buried somewhere near a mine. First day of winter going to be mighty rough. So cold the pickaxes are freezing in our hands. Freezing to our hands. Had to cease work. Snow has started. 2 meters a day. No ploughing visibility. Chimneys barely poking out the snowdrifts. Monsters attack from all sides. Hard to hold ground. Huge losses. Had to abandon the mine. Retreating to Borrow's Rump. We'll return come spring. Petrit Fuchs. Well, we dealt with the Clan Fuchs before, hadn't we? Just double checking to see if there's anything back. No, we walked past this point, so yeah. Can we go around the edge? Does that give us anything? No. Okay. No hidden things by the wall. No. Well, let's grab the pile of meat. Thankfully, it's a lot of wood. Considering we'd spent pretty much all our wood. Yes, that's actually been really useful. Ooh. So this is just going to be a surround for your avatar in Gwent multiplayer. Yeah, there we go. Okay, right. What else have we got to look forward to? Oh, more wood, good. And a corpse. I hate to do this again. I'm going to have to just quickly disappear off. Give me 30 seconds and we'll be right back. I think the fact that it's freezing today has got to me. Right. What's the dead body got for us? Petrit! I agree. The mine must be evacuated. Carry as much as possible of what the Eve excavated so far and raise a red banner so our scouts can spot ye in the snow. All of Borrow's Rump looks forward to your safe return. Tomo Fuchs. Okay, so there's going to be a building or something we can use this key on. Or am I supposed to take the key back to Borrow's Rump? Oh, hello. Welcome to the lands of Clan Vidmar. You share a tale with... we share the ale. Okay. Also, do you guys have a preference of whether we carry on and do like a full session of this today, or whether we split the session and do something else in the second half? If so, have you got any suggestions on what you would like to see? Ah, that's what we needed the key for. Ruins of White Forge. Well, the things I've currently got queued up with OBS are Hades, Mutant Year Zero, Battle Princess Madeline, Human Fall Flat, Just Cause 4. What else? He's actually queued up with it. All the usual stuff we've got in that. We've got got Barnabas for the main Gwent game. Okay.
Frozen. Oh.
Ideally, I would love to play Ashen below. What came out yesterday, Gris. But they're all games I've requested, but not got anything anywhere with, unfortunately. Okay, well, we're going to go touch that in a moment. Human Floor Flat? It's because there's been a new level for it. The devs have released Dark as a level. Now, I've not touched Human Fall Flat for ages. You've never seen it before? Okay.
Gazing towards the horizon, Neve noticed a dark shape outlined against the mantle of snow that lay on the ground. It proved a tower, toppled and broken in pieces. Around it lay the ruins of other buildings, blocks hewn out of basalt rock protruding from the permafrost.
That'd be the Clan Vidmar ruins,
said Gabor, hollering over the wind.
Rich ones had their clan seat here till earth tremors turned all into dust. Hundreds of dwarves lived here once, and now, not a living soul.
Help!
Somebody seems to be alive.
On the contrary, there was someone midst the ruins, and said someone was clearly in trouble. Neve ordered her men to find the unfortunate soul. They returned moments later, leading a dwarf whose teeth chattered. They had found him in a ruined building where he'd sought shelter from ghouls. Judging by his appearance, the dwarf had spent the better part of a week there.
Mirko Vidmar, they call me,
he said, patting down unkempt hair that seemed to reach in all directions.
I came here seeking a family heirloom, lost in the tremors and the chaos they caused. I ken the chamber where it ought to be, but, well, beasts made their lair there. I cannot drive them off on my own. But bold warriors like
so presumably, whatever this heirloom is, we'll get it as a trinket if we save him.
I too have lost my home, estate,
said the Queen.
So I understand well what you feel. I shall help you recover your heirloom. Call it a win.
Mirko Vidmar's face lit up. Though he'd spent a week besieged and eating stale biscuits, and though there was a hoarfrost in his beard, he quickly trotted to the front of the column and led the Lyrian soldiers to the underground chamber. As promised, beasts awaited there.
Puzzle or regular fight? Shortened battle, but it's a normal fight, okay. The underground chamber was decorated with numerous reliefs portraying the heroic deeds of Zvonk, the Vidmar clan progenitor. One depicted the dwarf strangling a Shalmar with his bare hands, another rescuing miners from a collapsed cavern, and the third wolfing down a succulent pork knuckle. It came to as no surprise Mirko wished to regain the relics of his famous ancestor. Well, I mean, it's a shortened one, so we can literally just throw everything we have at it. We don't have to plan and play for the long game. Okay, so let's not have the Hadouks. Hadouken! Arbalest could be good with the multiple war wagons. Okay, well, yeah, a sapper will be helpful here, and that will possibly finish a bunch off. I mean, we got 3 cards. What could we fish for? Xavier could give us additional charges for that, and the Onager. Let's fish for Xavier. Okay, 2 sets of strays could be good. Okay, I'm going to go with 2 sets of strays.
The ruins! From there they come! Drive them back!
Right, Forgotten Treasures. Whenever a unit is played, it may be seized by this card. When a seized unit takes damage, move it back to the original position. So, when I play a card, or any unit, whenever a unit is played? Okay, well, we're not quite sure. Let's just start off with fire. Yeah, okay. He stole us, but at least we got the fire out. Is it after siege unit takes damage, move it back? Okay, so it's worth getting the other fire on the back row as well.
I smell a leak.
Right.
I
got
live to serve
That's
you.
useful.
Armor won't serve.
Choose a bronze ally on the battlefield or in hand, spawn 3 copies. Now that's not a deployment thing. Let's get some damage going out. Come on. Burn slightly. Good. We've got him back. Yeah, you're just constantly spawning neckers, aren't you? Actually, the Wagenberg is probably the... Ah, okay, never mind. Well, we'll take damage, we'll get it back. Hopefully. No, we don't get it back. Unfortunate. Oh my god! He's using all my charges against me! That's not fair. Son of a bitch. Okay. Well, he's got summoning sickness, so hopefully we get him back quickly. No, they didn't take it. Oh. Really? Really? Not happy. I'm not happy.
Can't take it anymore.
Come on. I just need them to burn a little bit. Seriously. What the hell? Half the power of 3 adjacent units. Okay, I can do 7 points of damage to a single target. Get the catapult back first. I noticed, yes, he's got 5 charges. That's 15 points of damage. Well, the fact is, we could take that out. That would damage that one and that one. Plus the additional 5 points of damage, so... I could kill at least one thing and then do damage to that. That's the point. Yeah, I could use that against that. We'd kill one. We'd do 5 to him. 5 to him, get it back. Right, ideally, we want to be able to get a charge off this now. We need Xavier or Renard to come out, don't we? No, 15 points of damage. It's worth spending now. Whenever an ally is destroyed. What are the chances of us losing an ally? The bomb does 4 points of damage to all damaged enemies. So... damage all enemies by 4. Then damage all enemies by 2. I'm only worried about that northern wind is going to put out our fire. Okay, we've got 5 charges here. We can do 6 points to that. We'll be able to kill it with that. And then get another 2 points of damage. Finally, we got him back just before that explodes. Actually, what's going to be better here? The sapper we can do... Kill 1, 2 things, and then knock a decent chunk of damage off. We do 4 points of damage to anything. We do 4 points of damage to that. We've got 2 7s. Now you can take a swing. Or we just use our northern wind now. I'm taking a swing. Make him damaged. Then we're going to use our northern wind. You've got nothing left in the tank, have you? I'm just going to make sure... Oh, of course. There wasn't another target. What's got... You've got a reasonable amount of health. There you go. Let's take back... that. I just want to see if I can get my card back. Yep. And then we'll pass.
Let's get a move on before any others show up.
As soon as the fight was done, Mirko Vidmar ran towards a crate that stood on a pedestal, slipping on
That's not an heirloom, that's a shitload of treasure.
When the dwarf lifted the lid, precious stones spilled out.
Your heirloom? This?
Asked the queen, rather puzzled.
I thought a pipe that belonged to your grandfather more likely.
Golden froth. Okay.
Seems to
Let's
me
get the ale,
Mirko
shall we?
Wasn't wholly candid with us. This here's no heirloom, no family souvenir. It's the treasure trove of Clan Vidmar. We thought it gone for good.
Pressed for the truth, Mirko admitted no family sentiment had prompted this expedition.
Just
The
greed.
dwarf had planned to leave Mahakam and start a new life among humans. Yet he did not wish to do so without sizable capital.
I can't stand to stay here a moment longer. The days, all of them, they're identical. Rise with the first cockscrow, marching double file to the latrine, crap on command, 12 hours down the shaft and home to sleep.
Mirko complained.
Want a wifey? Put in an application.
This case of it's almost turning into full Yorkshireman, isn't it?
Elders got to approve it. You want to add buttermilk, not cream, to your mushroom soup? Clan
Do you remember you were just tasked to win, not eradicate them? Given the choice, I will wipe them all out. That's how I win.
I understand the lad, no two ways about it.
Gabor sighed.
But I feel it's my duty to remind yous that what Mirko's going and doing here, well, there are laws. Treasure's due the Elder-in-Chief, not to Mirko. That's one. Second, any dwarf that wants to leave Mahakam can't take nothing but his breeches, his dixie, and his coat. So, brief like, consider well afore you make your decision, Your Grace.
We've been doing all this to try and get the Elder-in-Chief on side. The money's not going to help us. We need
I sympathise,
troops.
Mirko,
said Neve.
but I'm a crowned head. I must decline. National interest requires I show the greatest possible care for my relations with Elder-in-Chief Hugh. Yet in aiding you, I could sour those greatly. I shall return the treasure.
Say
to
that
him,
the elder's pissed with us, so we might be doing all this to try and win favour with him, and it's not going to mean anything. We killed a dragon, which we could have saved. We've done a bunch of stuff that was dubious. We even sentenced some of our, you know, own people that had just come in to kind of mine for themselves to the law of the land. Whereas we could possibly have set them free. And we're still looking for that treasure, aren't we?
Rode a narrow, winding path along the rocky ridge. To one side were ice-covered boulders, to the other, a chasm.
Are we going to have ice giants throwing shit at
Could have
us?
at least erected some barriers.
Complained Gascon.
All I want is just a barrier here.
Plans for that.
Gabor said.
Just need to decide how high to make 'em.
Just need a rail.
Should they be the height of your average dwarf or a human? The debate's gone on for 20 years. On the one hand, you've got...
Gabor did not finish his discussion. He was interrupted by the Baba Ghazi that jumped down from the rocks.
Archers, shoot! Aim for underbelly!
Neve's soldiers made quick work of the lone monster. But the sound of battle spooked the horses.
Yeah, we've lost a load of our wagons.
Whoa, damn it!
The driver tried to rein in the animals, but could not. They dragged him into the chasm along with his cart and the soldiers riding it. They landed a few dozen feet below on a rocky outcropping.
Hold on, lads. I've got an idea.
Ghazis swarmed everywhere.
Did you see how they fared? Anyone left alive?
Asked Neve, leaning over the cliff edge.
Worry more about their cargo.
Gascon replied.
They were also carrying chests of gold.
Blast. We can't get down there. Too steep and the snow keeps falling.
We can lower ourselves down a line. But without armor, shields, or heavy weapons, otherwise it will snap.
And the Baba Gazis?
The Queen said, brow raised.
We shan't kill them with daggers. They're too thick of armor.
We'll have to try. Or continue on our way.
Lose the money or lose men. We're attacking.
You only live once.
Neve sighed.
Gascon, round up some volunteers and let us move out.
Moments later, the Queen was lowering herself down a line straight towards the gaping maw of a Baba Ghazi. Her only armor, a woolen shirt.
We're not going to be able to take any hits, isn't it? Special rules. Neve's parents long refused their noble-born daughter lessons in the art of the sword. Yet, nevertheless, did she train in secret, wearing a blouse instead of armor, a kitchen knife in place of a sword, imitating the maneuvers she witnessed at knightly tournaments. Now forced to fight without proper equipment, her childhood exercises would prove more useful to her than she could ever imagine. Eliminate the Baba Ghazi. 'Tis special rules. So it's probably just that we haven't got any armor. Yeah, we get to use our own deck. I think this is all about the direct damage, isn't it? So we want to keep that. We probably want to keep that. We'll keep decoy for... Worst comes to the worst. We'll lose one of the wagons. You're not useful here. You're not useful here. That's direct damage as well. Overconfident? Something, something?
Careful! No one try to be a hero!
Okay, I should have... No, we got rid of the Pathfinder out of our deck. Every turn on turn start, if this unit has not taken damage since its last turn, move all units on the same row as fallen soldiers to the other row. Well, I'm gonna... Do I want you out quickly? Well, I can take a swing at it. That's no problem. Okay, we can do damage to both of them. Since its last turn, move all units on the same row as fallen soldiers. Okay, I'm going to put you out.
As you command.
Okay, I can do damage. That's good. So we've got 2 lots of damage each turn, so we can whittle them down.
Not going into the fray already, are we?
An additional charge is good. Okay, so I will actually use this first. He's actually perfect for this fight, because we can always use your loyalty to boost him back up.
This could hurt.
Right, well, we can't guarantee the fire's going to damage them, so I've got to take the swing. Huh? Why did we... Sorry? We did damage to them. Let's read the explanation again. Okay, we know you're going to be good for this. That works. No, I didn't actually read the Fallen Soldier, did I? No. Extra charges. We will lose one of you guys. It could have been the frost on the ground damaged them, and that's what it was. Extra charges is actually quite good here. I will keep both of these. We'll lose the decoy then. And the sapper, yes. You know what? You're not going to be that useful. The other set of sappers, okay.
Careful! No one try to be a hero!
Right. Every turn on turn start, if there is a unit on the right, gain 1 charge. Otherwise, remove 1 charge. Okay, so we have to have a unit next to it. If this unit's charge count reaches 5, Meave wins the battle. If it reaches 0. Okay, so we didn't pay attention to that. We were only paying attention to trying to kill these. Okay, so... what did I plan for? Okay, we put... okay, we'll put at least somebody on his side. Which could be you. Okay.
Whoa, you dirty tart.
So he's gaining charge, right, so now...
without hesitation.
Let's take a swing. They should gain a charge. Goes up to 4, we're good. Okay, can we do... 8 points of damage in a single turn? Not quite. We can do 1 for each of them, which we have to do, otherwise we're stuck. We could lob this at them. That will kill 1, and we'll do 5 points of damage. So, I mean, we could use the catapult, do 3 points of damage to each of them, and 1 point with this, which is 4 across the board. Yeah, the rider. I was just hoping to boost people up. What do we get from you? We're fine. That was lucky.
Bereft of sword and shield, Neve could not withstand a single blow. She thus danced atop the frozen snow, deftly dodging the Barbegazi's lightning-fast strikes, while delivering but
I've really hated those bloody worms in the in Witcher 3. It's the fact that they just pop out the ground at random places.
When the last monster fell lifeless to the ground, Neve walked up to the shattered wagon. The soldiers it had carried were bruised, frostbitten, but alive.
Your Grace, we were sure you'd leave us.
A good ruler never abandons her folk.
Nor her gold.
Gascon interjected, while securing a rope to a chest. Soon enough, all were safely back on the path.
Yay, morale.
The admiration Neve saw in her soldiers' eyes was in itself sufficient reward for her difficult battle.
Oh. Camera pan to the gorge. Where are we at? Okay, so we've got a couple of villages. I still can't... Still no idea where the... Yeah, exactly. Hello. Well, we're probably gonna go fight you.
Fresh snow today. Got a blow before too long. Bring a rush down. Oh, God, it's up a shale ma's ass. Braving the snow in those meagre courts, are ye? Truly. Throw yourselves here for a spell afore moving on. Snow falls down, snow falls down.
Was that a morale boost?
Winds are howling fast heavy.
Looked like a morale boost. Also, is that a fiend or a werewolf? Kind of looks like a werewolf, doesn't it? Okay, we've got a puzzle. We've got a point of interest. It looks like some kind of arena. Arena. I can't. What is wrong with me today? Then again, what is wrong with me most days? Let's go fight the fiend. We know it's a puzzle. Elder Booverhoog had finished spring cleaning. Did not mean that passage was safe. Off the beaten track amidst icy, windswept ruins, bsky skulked, eager to ambush naive travellers who strayed too far from the road. Eliminate both the reckless and the shrewd vampires. Okay, so they're actually vampires. Do not let any more of your soldiers get seized. Use your leader ability. Well, I'm all... Oh, then again, I use my leader ability, but it depends on which one you give us, with the special rules and that. Custom deck, yes. So we've got to kill a reckless and a shrewd vampire. Don't let anybody get stolen. And use our ability. Okay, the Wagenburg's been stolen. Every 2 turns on turn start, seize the highest unit on the opposite row. Move it to your allied ranged row in the rightmost position. There are already 4 units there. Move the upmost allied unit to the opposite side. Every 2 turns on turn start, seize the lowest unit on the opposite row. Move it to your allied ranged row in the rightmost position. There are already 4 units there. Return the leftmost allied unit to the enemy's side. And what ability have we got? We've got our longsword, okay. Oh no, the longsword, it's not the broadsword. Boost an ally by 4 and give it 1 armor, then trigger any loyalty abilities. Okay, so you're highest unit on the opposite row. So you're going to steal from this row anyway, so there's no point putting it on the back row. Turn start, lowest unit on the opposite row. So we want you to steal the puppets. So you're going to take... It boost by 10. Hey, Sienna! Right. So in one turn, you're going to take the highest, which at the moment is that. In 2 turns, you're going to take the lowest, which is either one of those. So all we want to do, we want to put out a soldier puppet now. What is it? Cooldown's 3. And ally by 4. Let's boost a... No, let's save that. We want to use that to boost somebody for... in order to... No, we do want to... We want to boost both of these... within a turn. So he will take one of the puppets. So, yes. You're taking one of the puppets. Then, in one turn, we want to be able to Fortitude and use Meave's ability. So that the 2 5s are then both 9, and then the other puppet gets stolen. And then we want to start boosting the puppets. Though with cooldown, no. Okay. Right, we'll end there. Yep, you've stolen that. Right, so you're going to take one of the lowest. So, I ideally want to boost you and give you some fortitude. No, yes, no. Oh no, that's a boost of 10? Oh, because, yes. Because his ability boosts by 5 as well. So we have 2 15s, essentially, now. So you are going to steal that. So you're going to take one of these now, and it's going to be one of these guys, which is the fail. It's always the maths ones that we fall apart on, isn't it? So it's the cooldown. We have to take that into account. So we put this out, he's taking him, and then we've lost. Because we're not allowed it to steal anymore. Eliminate both wreck. How the hell do we eliminate? Give a charge to the card on the right. I mean... Oh, that's on deployment, yeah. How do we eliminate these guys? Because we haven't got any direct damage. Because that was one of the things, wasn't it? Eliminate both the Reckless and the Shrewd Vampire. How? Of course, yes, because we can get him back to actually shoot them. Yeah. But we need to get 4 on the board, well, 4 on their side, in order to... Yeah, it is a restart. Right. So you are taking him. So we just want to... put another one of these out, don't we? I mean, that's our move anyway, isn't it? We put one out. So we certainly don't want to boost either of these guys. Is there any point in boosting one of the puppets? It starts the counter. So then we only have to wait 3 turns. So you're stealing him. Then you will steal one of these guys unless we boost them. So yeah, we need another puppet on the board regardless. Well, I need to boost them both, or he's going to take one or the other, isn't he? Because you're taking the lowest unit. So it's one of these guys. If I give him the Fortitude, he goes up to 15. And I apply this to him, then he's on a 9. So yes, you will take the puppet. But then the next time around, we've got a 15 and a 9. We put a puppet out. He's going to take the 15. How the hell do we work this? We either have a 14 and a 15, or we have a 15 and a 9. Because we have to boost them both. But it's which way round we do it with our ability. Then we're left with those two. We play... Let's get stolen. I mean, we only need to get a third over there because it's the. If there's already 4. Oh no, we do have to get 4 out there. So it is on the 5th turn. We get the Wagenberg back. We have to buff 2. We have to buff both of these, otherwise they get stolen. One of them gets stolen. And we're not allowed, that's one of the rules, we're not allowed to have another one stolen. But it's just the way round. It's either 14-15 or 15-9. Then I have to think what the next turn is. The next turn is him stealing the highest one. Which is then either a 15 or a... yeah. Yeah, there's regardless then there's a 15 on the board, isn't there? Either way, there's a 15 on the board. He's going to go for after the 15. +5, or it's 10 +5. one of them has to take the tonic. Otherwise, one's going to get stolen. Because we boost by 4. We have to boost both of them. This is the thing. We have to boost both of them or one of them's going to get stolen. And we can't let any... Do not let any more of your soldiers get seized. So this round we have to boost both of them. That's the only one that has loyalty. This one doesn't have loyalty. This is a deployment one. This is just a placeholder card, essentially. Buff second to trigger the first loyalty. Of course, yes. So then we would have a... It would be what? It's 15 and 9 plus 5, so it'd be 19 and 9. Of course, yes. So we can get the boost anyway. Yes. Yeah, you're making sense now. Yeah. I forgot that he's still going to buff. Yeah. So you're going to take one of the 8s. Now I guess I have to give you the fortitude. So you steal the 18 card. Then you take the puppet. Right. We're back up to a decent amount of wood as well. Considering we spent practically all of it on upgrades and new cards, didn't we? Workers' Commission has determined that the nasty stench floating around the Crags Pass gold mine is not, in fact, a fart, Felters, or otherwise. It is caused by the methane fumes. As a result, please heed the following. Do not enter the mine until the stench has cleared under no circumstances. Do not come within 30 paces of the mine's entrance with a flame. Apologise to Valta for any inconvenience you've caused her. Well, this isn't the mine shaft we were looking for on the map, was it? It's kind of similar, but it's not quite what we were after. But we'll find the nearby battle point of interest puzzle. Presumably this is a village, so the puzzle is it's probably something that's taken over the village, isn't it? What were we thinking? Oh, well, more troops. Yeah. If we go talk to him, he's going to give us the puzzle. So we can probably comfortably hold off here. I mean, it's 4:20, so this is the opportune point for us to take our coffee break. The question is still, do you want more Thronebreaker after the break, or do you want me to move on to something else? As I said, the options are Mutant Year Zero, Battle Princess Madeline, Human Fall Flat the new level, Hades, or just Cause 4, really. They're your options. You gotta go anyway. No worries, Hokey. I know your vote was for Human Fall Flat, but if you're not here to see me fail miserably, then I guess somebody else can chime in. Ooh, I didn't mean to click. Okay, well, I guess we're doing this now. I suppose we could load last checkpoints, actually. I accidentally clicked. I didn't even mean to. But anyway, we're going to take our break here. So, let me at least go back to the main, I suppose. Save and exit to main. We'll make a call on whether we come back after or move on to something else.